Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Everybody seems to like these videos, so I'm going to do this every month or two, I think, because it's constantly changing with me. So this is going to show off my whole collection, maybe get into a little bit of a backstory on some of the tractors, and show you guys what they are. Starting out is my 1966 110 hydraulic lift. There is another video on the channel of this tractor. Next up, we got my 1965 110. It's got a helper spring. There is also videos of getting this tractor running on the channel, along with that one. This is my 1972 112 electric lift with factory helper spring. There's also a video of getting this running on the channel. This is my 1969 112 patio. I'm the second owner. For some reason, the original owner felt the need to paint it red. There's fairly recently 2 videos, I believe, of getting this running on the channel. With the backstory there, he apparently broke the rear end and threw it away and couldn't find another one. And so I picked it up pretty cheap, and then I plowed with it. This is my 1971 120 patio. A lot of people don't know I have this because I haven't put it on the channel before. It's serial number 7506, and it's believed to potentially be a patio. I found some white paint on it, and the type code is an error, so it's not all there. This is my 1970 120 patio. I picked this up for $800, and there's probably one video on the channel of getting it running. I put all the tires on it. It had turfs all the way around. It runs and drives. I use it. This is a 1970 140 patio, along with this one, and that's a 69 140. I'm going to make one out of the 3 of them and use this tractor. And eventually I might make one out of this one, but we'll see. I was going to get this one running, but never got around to it. Then we got my 1970 112 hydraulic lift patio. Haven't touched it yet. Need to get it running and fix the trans. Eventually there will be a video on the channel of it. This is my 69 110 hydraulic lift patio. Same ordeal, but the trans is good. I just need to get it running, so there will be a video eventually. Then, this is a fairly recent purchase. It's my 79 317 for my first year of production collection. The engine is locked up. Not sure what the issue is with it, but I bought it that way. Maybe someday I'll get it rebuilt. This is my 78 Gravely 812. I bought it to run the brush hog on, but this side axle shaft, the snap ring popped off the inside, and so it comes out. So I can't use it, but it does run. It's hydraulic lift. Thinking about selling it eventually, but not sure. That's my 450 Gravely. It's a 71. That's the first Gravely I ever bought. It's the only reason I'm keeping it. Brush hogged with it last year. Lots and lots of videos of that stupid thing on the channel. I've had to put a lot of work into it because it's an Onan. Next we got my 1975 400. It's the 380th one off the factory line. I got it pretty cheap, put them tires on it. I am the second owner, and that is original paint. I need to fix a hydraulic leak, a major one on it. That's why it's back there. This is another recent purchase that'll be on the channel here soon. I'll show you what's in front of this in line currently. It is nothing special besides it's a 71 120 and there wasn't a lot of them. Just a normal green 120. I think I gave $400 for it with a tiller. The hydro's locked up. The engine spins, but it's seen better days. Sat outside for at least 4 years before I bought it with the hood off, so that's great. Next up, 1969 Gravely 424. I bought this last weekend to use as a brush hogging tractor for this year. Got a 14-horse Kohler on it, and actually it's still warm. I can still feel the heat coming off the engine because I was brush hogging with it. I think I've decided I'm just going to keep this tractor and use it. It is very clapped out, but everything does work on it. I mean, I had to drill out all 4 or 5 of the holes in the frame for the front drive kit. You see there's patch welded here. This isn't supposed to be there. Starter's supposed to be in there. I think the engine's out of a Cub, judging by the muffler. But it does run, and it does drive, and it does brush hog, and everything works. So maybe eventually we'll have a video of that on the channel. Next up, this is my 1972 110. There's videos of this on the channel as well. I am the second owner. I do not think it's original paint. I did because of the dealer sticker, but on closer examination, there's overspray on the engine. So I think it was partially at least repainted at one point. But super nice tractor, always starts. Could use main bearings, but you know, for all the more I'm going to do with it, it's fine. Now we have 1991 John Deere 240. Picked this up with 2 other tractors, which I have already sold. Wanted to get it running. I haven't even touched it yet. I just pushed it in here, and this is where it's sat. A friend of mine, Shane from Russ Welding, did fix the mower deck on it. It's only going to be a temporary fix because the mower deck's so rotted out that he didn't have enough to weld to make it last forever. The guy I bought it from parked it because the deck mount bracket on this side gave up the ghost while he was mowing and fell down in on the blade and caused a fireworks show. So he parked it, and it's been sitting since who knows when. But it is a future project on the channel. This is my, what the hell year is this? 1985 214 hydraulic lift. I bought it running and driving. It still does run and drive. And I planned on putting my loader on it and a cab on it, making it into a workhorse. But I've got so many projects that it's never going to get done. So I sold the loader, and now I'm going to sell this tractor. $750 if anybody wants it. I'm in Ohio. This is my 1975 214 hydraulic lift. I think there is some videos on the channel of this. Did the head gasket and probably some other tinkering. I used it this year to till the garden. Runs good, but I do need a parts tractor for it. So if anybody's got a 75 214, doesn't matter on the lift, I am interested. Next up is my 1975 212 hydraulic lift. Probably nothing on the channel of this. I did buy it running. The guy told me it burns a little bit of oil when you get it under load. Well, I mowed around my house 3 passes, and it burned almost all of its oil, so it needs an engine rebuild pretty bad. Here's my 1975 210 hydraulic lift. I bought this shortly after my 216 and got it running and used it for a couple months, but it burned a lot of oil, and eventually it just gave up the ghost and quit running on me. So I need to also rebuild it. There is a video on it, but I think it was before I was doing much YouTube, so it's probably at the Maniac Mower. If I remember and can find the video, I'll link it in the description so you guys can see it. This is just a 4-way hydraulic snow plow I got a good deal on. Next, we have my 1977 208. I don't really know a whole lot about this tractor. I bought it running, but it had almost no power. And I adjusted the carburetor a little bit, rebuilt it when I got it, which helped a little bit, but it just does not have hardly at all any power. So I don't think it's on the channel. It might be, but it'll be a someday project. And then that is my 1975 200. I bought that out of Burton, Michigan from Tim Wagner. He listed it and I saw it right away and told him, hey, I'm gonna come get that. I think I gave like $200 for it running. The transmission is either loose or something's really wrong with it. When I loaded it, I kicked the back tire to make sure it wasn't going anywhere, and the whole transmission wobbled around. So I bought it. It runs, it drives. I just haven't touched it because I need to fix that. Skipping over here temporarily. 79 216. This is what started it all, really. For me, the collection. Otherwise, I just wanted to have a couple tractors to use. Bought it for $225. Sold the sleeve hitch immediately for $200. So technically, I paid $25 for this tractor. And there is a video on my channel of getting it running, but it's like 2 or 3 years too late because I couldn't get the footage to work. So again, channel, there's a video on Maniac Mower channel. I'll maybe try and find it and link it. Or maybe, since I know you're watching, John, link the videos for this and the 210 in the description, so everybody, or in the comments, so everybody can go see. This is an 85, I think. 318, serial number 321321. It's kind of neat. Don't have room for it. Ran 2 years ago. Hasn't been on the channel. If anybody wants to buy it, I'm going to sell it. This is an 86, 318. Hasn't run in about a month. The guy bought it and drove it a couple times, was the story. And next time he tried to use it or start it, the starter was toast. So it needs a new starter. I belted it up, got it to start, but I haven't messed with it since. Also for sale, $800, $1,000, or $1,500 for the pair. This is my 77 312. I paid $100 for this tractor, and it'll eventually be on the channel. Guy used it for parts for his 300, unfortunately, but it's mostly still there. This is my 85 or 6, I don't remember. Maybe just an 80. Earlier 80s, maybe, I don't know. 80 something, 210 with Brindley Garden Cart. I'm the second owner, and it's all original paint. I haven't touched it since I got it. It'll be a YouTube video eventually. It's just not on my priority list currently. Now the video doesn't do it any justice because it makes it look kind of faded. But this is my most prized original tractor I've ever had. It is a 1980 317. Got a tiller on it. I am the third owner of this tractor. All the paint is original. The seat is original. And I did get it running. Still got the original KT 17. It's got 853.2 original hours on it. Could use rings. It does burn some oil. But this is my most prized original tractor. And yeah, I was going to till with it this year, but it for some reason now doesn't want to start. Or not that it won't start. Something's bad in the electrical. It won't turn over. So I have to figure that out, and then I'll be back in business with it. Also, this is my tire hoard and an extra engine. It's an M18, I think. Yeah, 18 horse Kohler Magnum. That says 15. It's wrong. It says 18 on the engine. I've got boatloads of just tires, but of course no frickin' good front tires around. That's a snowblower for a 185. It came with my 112 patio. That one. Probably keep the chute. Either sell or scrap the rest. I don't like scrapping things, but who the heck's going to want to buy that? Let me know if you do. I'd make you probably sell it to you for like $50. I don't know what it's worth. Also, for anyone wondering what in the heck this turd is, a buddy of mine bought it probably a year ago now for $600. And I got it running for him. And we used it, or we played with it. And the transmission went out. And he gave it to me because he doesn't have time to mess around over here anymore. Because he got a more than full-time job, supposedly. So he gave it to me, and it sat for a little while. And eventually I found a new transmission for it. Bought it. It's widened. It's a Craftsman lawnmower. I bought the new transmission. Of course, I had to split the transmissions and switch it because the axle shaft on this side's got to be like 2 feet longer or something. So I switched that and was just driving it around the woods one day. And, you know, tried downshifting. It's a 6-speed. What would be a side shift, but, you know, not anymore. And let the clutch back out and didn't go nowhere. So, yeah. Twisted an axle shaft off, so trans is back out, and I need to fix that. That'll be up and going again. Now we have my 1989 420 original paint, second owner tractor for me. I did put the tires on it myself. There's probably 2 or 3 videos on this tractor on the channel. It is still in need of work. That's why there's no hood on it. Also, here's my hay rake and my lawn sweeper, Turf Groom 136, which I, of course, custom fitted a winch to because I'm fat and lazy and don't like dumping it by hand. Here is my current project, a video probably a lot of people have been waiting for. I bought this tractor a year ago, blown up, and I got a lot of views when I posted that I bought this. So I'm assuming I'll get a lot of views here in a few days when I upload. I'm most of the way back together, as you guys see. I got these 2 shrouds I was missing. I robbed off another tractor, and I got another one outside. But we're almost back together, so look for the video on this here pretty soon, guys, because it'll be dropping within the next week, I bet. Then, of course, I got this turd, 125 Cub. And then I got another one over there. This one has a snowplow, helper spring, rear 3-point. And this one has a mower deck, as shown right here. If there's any Cub guys out there watching, I want to trade both of these for a 128 that runs and drives and is complete. I'm keeping the snowplow. I bought them both. Haven't run for a couple years. I just don't want them here anymore. I don't like hydros. So if somebody has a Cub 128, I'll trade both of these tractors for it. I got a mower deck. I got extra chowder pieces, parts for them. So that concludes my entire collection. Thanks guys for watching. Let me know what you think of these videos. Like I said, I might do one every month or 2, depending on how responsive you guys are about it. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions, as usual, drop a comment down below. If you see anything you like or you want to see on the channel, let me know, and I will try my best to get it on there. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.